Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another exciting evening of 10 Dead Rats!
That's us!
Yay, it's us!
That is us. Once again, here we are to bring you your dose of old school D&D and Warhammer Fantasy mashed together like delicious garlicky potatoes at Thanksgiving dinner.
Wow.
Okay, sure.
You do mash those.
I didn't expect that. I didn't see that coming.
I'm excited for the next episode when Paul has to think of a second thing that you mash. We'll get to that. Stay tuned.
Okay. For those just joining us, what the hell? Where have you been?
Not a good time to start.
Nigh at the end of the campaign here. This could be the last session. We'll see what happens. Kind of trying to not hold the reins too tightly here. Let the players do what they want to do, but we're definitely closing in on the climax. So exciting times. Which, as we know, the players will take as a personal challenge to put as much bullshit into the game as possible. So you'll see us in the next few weeks.
We've already predicted like 20 minutes of discussing the plan and then a 10-minute shopping session, followed up by then changing our plan and talking about it again for another 20 minutes. Yeah.
Excellent. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
That's good.
So, without any further ado then, let's jump into tonight's game.
Was awesome. I don't feel self-conscious right now or anything.
Back. Hi, everyone.
Woo! Wow, we were just talking about what a piece of shit Andy looks like today. Man.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
Man.
Wow.
Not.
Wow.
Jeez.
Behind the bumper, Max.
Whoa.
Whoa, nobody knows what goes on in there but us.
I know, it's a
Spicy.
special joke. Yeah.
Getting spicy. All right. Let's
Wow.
rein it in here we go. Last week for those who forgot already or missed it. The party was escorting Sigmar Heldenhammer, possibly a god or just an emperor who was misunderstood. Hard to say. Escorting him up the river towards Altdorf. They were decided to circumvent a town where there was a large group of Ulrichians, possibly ready to cause some trouble. They made their way up to a fording point. They made camp. Yeffy discovered a new ability to take the form of bat, and used that to go across the river and spy on the Ulrichians, who were keeping tabs on them. Managed to slide into one of their pockets in bat form and steal a piece of paper that was being passed around, which is shocking to all of us, including Yeffy, I think. Made it back to the group where they discovered it was a picture of none other than our friend Castor Liberon, or possibly Indigo, with a little letter scrawled on the back with some instructions from some important sounding people in the Purple Hand. So, what else happened? Gang then decided that they had better do something about that, and eventually came to the conclusion that they would take the coach into Altdorf themselves. And Sigmar gave to Indigo the hammer, Galmaraz, to... I don't know, actually, why did he give you Galmaraz?
Because we asked him
to prove that we were the real ones with Galmaraz.
Yes.
The forgery.
Oh, yes, because you had heard some rumors that possibly already the heir of Sigmar with Galmaraz was arrived at Altdorf, and you're late, and you missed it.
Yeah.
And
jokes on that guy.
Or jokes on us.
The four of us who nobody likes is here. And
Yeah,
we've got the
the
real
Elricans-
hammer.
The Elricans were
So we
sent
end-
to they were sent to assassinate Indigo
Yes.
because they didn't
yes,
want
they
him
were
showing up.
instructed to stop.
Oh,
True.
I just put those
Quite right.
pieces together. That's
Yeah.
I just got that. That makes sense. They've been trying to do that the whole
Yeah.
time.
Nobody wants to do Heirs of Sigmar. That's just confusing. So, so the gang piled into the black coach, gave it instructions, and off they went. And so we pick up in the bustling city of Altdorf, outside the, or let's say in the courtyard of Count Orlok's former mansion here. The coach in a puff of smoke and a streak of black ichor slides into the courtyard. The horses chomping at their bits, their skin slightly sliding off of their bones, showing that they are not quite mortal horses. The back of the coach doors swing open, and out stumble our group into the early morning light at Count Orlok's former home in Altdorf.
Is this where we were when we invaded the party?
Indeed. In fact, looking over the estate, Bruno, looking over the estate, you see it is in a sorry condition compared to the last time you were here. Many of the windows are boarded up. The place looks dusty and covered in cobwebs, and like it hasn't been inhabited for some time. In fact, as you spin around and look out the gate to the front that leads onto the street, you notice the street is eerily quiet, and you're noticing that you're not even noticing any vagrants stumbling about the street. You do see that the walls around, because there's fairly nice houses in this neighborhood, but these stone walls that face out onto the street seem to have a lot of bills plastered onto them.
Is it the same Sigmar, down with Sigmar, down with Ulrich stuff that it was when we were leaving?
It doesn't look like the same one that you saw before, but it does look like many copies of the same poster just slathered all over the place.
What does this one say?
You wanna head out there and take a peek?
Oh, we're
Bruno
literally
goes,
inside. I see.
You're in the courtyard, the inner courtyard of Orlok's estate, and you're just kind of glancing out the gate onto the street. As you notice that the rest of you come crawling out of your coffins, see Bruno gazing out the gate.
How apocalyptic does it look out there?
It definitely looks uninhabited. You're not seeing any people. You don't hear a lot of noise. It is fairly early morning, but something feels off.
Well, there's going to be that war, right? So, like the Elricians and the Sigmarites are supposed to come in and they're supposed to battle. So that's probably why no one's here, right? No one wants to be stuck in the middle of that. That sounds like a bad time. Yeah, probably a bad time.
Weird time to come back.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have gone to Orlok's, huh? Probably should have just gone right to the palace. Probably hard to get in there now. Oh well. What does that poster say?
We don't want to appear in the middle of a bunch of armed guards or something.
Yeah, in a death coach. Yeah, we're the heir to Sigmar. Here's our death coach.
Gotta be some kind of death coach for cutie joke here, right?
As the four of you are standing about the courtyard, the coach with the two horses, as if knowing the place well, kind of turns this half circle and pulls itself into the coaching house, whose doors open with a kind of a squeal. One of them half hanging off of a hinge, and you kind of vaguely remember a chase out here and someone escaping out a window at some point. It all feels like a lifetime ago. But as you peer out the front gate at the poster, you can see an emblem in the corner of it. It appears to be the twin-tailed comet. And eventually one of you, I guess, will peel one of these off and take a peek. And this is what it looks like. Would any of our players care to read this?
Attention, all Sigmarites! The Empire needs you! All able-bodied warriors should report to the Volkshall for conscription. Join Karl Hendenhammer's forces to repel the Erlichian rebels and declare the heir of Sigmar himself our true and only emperor. Karl Hendenhammer?
Hendenhammer, that's a lazy fake. Yeah. Huh.
Karl. Didn't even spell his last name right. Jeez. I assume.
We haven't heard that name before, right?
Yeah, you've not.
Well, there's a lot of Carls.
There are a lot of Carls. Does anyone remember what...
Like Heldenhammer?
Heldenhammer is, of course, the Sigmar's actual last name.
Yeah.
Sigmar was held in the hammer. This guy's hending it over.
But not really, because I got it.
Yeah. So should we go join forces and show them that we have the real hammer? And throw a wrench in there? Or
Hendenhammer's gotta be Wassermeyer. Right? Yeah. Or his pawn or something.
Yeah. Maybe we should try to talk to the Grand Theogenist. We can?
Sure. Where's that guy?
What is the Volkshall?
The Volkshall.
That's where we were
of
when
course,
we had the meeting.
Very building. Yeah, where the big important meetings were held. The very place where you saw Emperor Karl Franz's heir turn into a horrific demon.
The vote. Okay.
And then we killed them.
Where do you know where to meet the Grand Theogenist Indigo?
Nope.
I hope he's not part of the,
I mean, the temple, probably.
Well, wouldn't he have to support all these Sigmarites going to fight a civil war?
I don't know. Good question.
Maybe.
I hope he wouldn't be tricked by some kind of random guy. He seemed really into Indigo. He wouldn't let just, some guy who maybe looks exactly like Indigo come back with potentially some kind of perfectly identical hammer.
Weren't we concerned that he was also the Grand Lumen?
I think you're muted, Andy.
Oh, sorry. I would say you'd have to assume that he did some kind of veracity test on the hammer, right? He wouldn't just believe any old hammer. Either have to.
That's a good question. Because I seem to remember one of our original plans being to come back with a fake hammer. So at one point, we clearly thought he might buy a fake hammer.
Well, we didn't do it because we thought he wouldn't buy a fake hammer. Right? So either this is a really, really good fake, in which case it's going to be hard to convince that ours is the real one, or he's in on it.
I just realized why, the first time we met the Grand Theogenist, why he thought I looked familiar. It wasn't because I looked like a Liberung. It's because I looked like Sigmar.
Well, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All you humans look alike.
From the bottom up, they really do. It's all it's just nose hair and dangling lower lip. Yeah.
Nah.
Before I would say that was, stereotyping, but at this point, I've met enough people that look like me that I think
That's
you're
right. Yeah, exactly. They all just look like you. All of them.
Fair.
Whew. Except for
Well,
Mina.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So what if we start at the temple and then see if Diogenes is there?
Why don't we just infiltrate the Volksand and just go looking, and we can be invisible, we can go sneak inside, we can go talk to a few people, we can just hide Indigo for a little while and see what's up there. Or Indigo, maybe you go to the temple, and Mina and I, we can infiltrate the Volksand or Bruno or whatever. I don't know, somebody. I just feel like I want to get in there and see what's going on.
We can get a big cloak, and Indigo can wear it over him to do a dramatic reveal when we walk in.
Ooh, yeah.
Well,
kind of sold me on the.
I mean, I like the splitting up part.
It always works.
Some of us go to the
You
temple.
do like that.
I do.
Okay.
We can still do the
There's
big
a
cloak
non-
reveal. I mean, I can get a cloak on my way to the temple.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. I just feel like there's a non-zero chance that if we go to the temple, something terrible could happen. Whereas the
I think if we go to the Vauxhall, we're going to get into a fight.
100% bad things will happen.
Yeah. We're in the center of bad things. Remember when we
we're
were
just
avoiding the city for the past year?
Hey, should
No.
we go wipe out Frank's little gang while we've got Sigmar's hammer real quick and just take that chess piece off the board,
No.
Nah, he doesn't need to know we're here.
No, this must be the 20
Right.
minutes of deciding where our plan that we were just talking about.
There's
This is
not
just
throw a
the
wrench
first
in it.
decision point. There's multiple branching points that we'll have to stop and patiently discuss.
Not just throw a wrench in it, but there's also that whole army of Alrikians that are in the woods.
Oh,
too.
sorry,
Somebody's
pause
got to
question.
tell
What is
them
it
what's
called?
up,
Okay.
Oh,
let's go
that's
find-
right. No, Sigmar's taking care of that. Sigmar knows to look out for the Alrikian
Sigmar's gonna
army
take,
that's
like,
between him.
4 weeks to get here.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
Man.
That's why we took the coach.
All right. Let's split up. Two of us will go to the temple, and 2 people will go to the Vauxhall and try not to get just killed on the
Restricted.
spot.
Great.
All right, Bruno, to the temple.
What? Oh, I got the temple. Oh, that's fine. Okay,
What?
great. Yeah, let's go.
You want to trade?
Mina's
I
gotta
can make you
turn.
invisible. No, I
Mina's got to turn whoever's going to the Vauxhall invisible. So,
can do that right now.
Wow. So don't have to go to the Vauxhall and don't have to get turned invisible. This is a great. I'm glad we went with this random selection method.
Don't have
what do you think the magic words are for this hammer?
to be invisible. Remember the
Oh.
time
I
you were
have the
invisible
power.
for... That was fun.
I do
Right?
remember that.
We all had a great time.
It was, I assume, incredibly off-putting.
We all got really used to it, and no one has a problem with it now. As far as I'm
Going to the
concerned.
bathroom was challenging. I guess he got used to it. Oh.
Wasn't so bad.
So do you not know how to
Alright.
use the hammer? Is that
Well, I
You
mean,
don't
I know
know,
how to
like-
use it as a hammer.
Yeah, you just
do
swing
the
it.
shiny light thing that Sigmar did against the dragon?
Yeah,
Sigmar said that his heir could use it. And then Indigo, didn't we do a test run? Did we not do a test
Nope.
run? I thought we did a test run.
I mean,
Oh,
it feels
we're
pretty
smart.
good. I feel
Let's
pretty
go.
powerful holding it.
Great.
I feel,
great.
you know,
All right.
feeling good while holding it, but like
Cool.
I don't know how to make it shine.
Oh, well, if there's one of us who's got like a magical hammer that can kill anything, that person should go in the opposite direction of the fight. Love it. Love this. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Be very kind to my corpse.
Well, don't get into a fight. That's
Yeah, don't get into a fight. There you go. Right. Don't say you're here with the real heir of Sigmar.
Got it.
Got it.
Got it.
Okay. This seems safe, right?
Yeah.
Great. And I've just got one last vial of Bloody Mary mix that I'll can to Yeffy here for the trip. And that should keep everything loosey-goosey.
So much better than an old guy. Hmm.
So you're splitting into two groups, yes?
Is that helpful? Was that
Sorry,
good for you, Paul?
Excellent. Appreciate it. And tell me exactly who's going where now.
Mina and Yeffi are going to
Bruno and
Vauxhall.
Indigo. And Bruno
Don't
and
say it at
Indigo
the
are
same
going
time.
where?
Ready? 1, 2.
We're all going to die.
So, Colleen, where are Mina and Yeffi going?
Vauxhall? The place where it told us to go. Yeah, the place where it told us to go with the true Sigmarites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And meanwhile, Bruno and Indigo are headed to the Temple of Sigmar. Okay. Two locations that are actually not very far from each other. They're both within actually, within a couple of blocks. Actually, in the center of the southern part of the city, there is the very large Temple of Sigmar. There's a big green square there, and then there's the palace. And around the backside of the palace, there is the Vauxhall. So you just have the palace between the two of you in terms of your destinations. And any preparations being had?
While
Just
we're
marching
walking,
on out
I want to I don't know, test out the Galvaras. Give it a few swings, try to hold it up, see if I can figure out how any of the magic works.
All right. You
Wipe out a
heft
city
it up.
block
I mean,
or two.
it looks very impressive. You give it a couple tentative swings. It's a very heavy hammer. You feel like it's a little unwieldy, honestly, for a weapon. As far as you're concerned, you're a little more used to your bastard sword, which sometimes you wielded two-handed, but it wasn't as lopsided as this hammer. You do notice the hammer is very ornate, and it is etched with dwarven runes all down the hilt. Indigo, can you read Kazalid?
I can speak it. I cannot read.
You can speak. Cannot read it. So you have no idea.
I can read and speak Kazalid. I want to look at that.
Yeah, I'll show it to Bruno. I know Bruno reads and writes Kazalid.
Let me lay my eyes on this.
Lay your eyes
Oh,
on
I
this,
hope it says-
Bruno.
I hope it says something about Bruno. Oh,
But it won't.
and to worry, Indigo's going to be the only one set for life after this.
It does not say anything about Bruno on it. They seem almost seems like to you, Bruno, that they're like it's like honorifics written down the side of it. It says so. So you see things like Slayer of Black Tusk and Victor at Blackfire Pass and Destroyer of Nagash, Lord of the Dead. Is your rough
It's just talking about
what you think
how great Sigmar was and all the cool stuff he did. Try saying one of these things, though. I give one. Yeah, I'd say one honorific or whatever in Kazalid and see if Indigo says it, if it does anything.
Which one?
Which
Slayer
one
of
seems
Black
least
Tusk.
like? See, that seems like the worst one, though. That seems like the one. All right, let's go with Slayer
It's
of
just a
Black
boar.
Tusk. Slayer of Black Tusk. That will probably only slay a bunch of boars around here magically.
Yeah, I'll say that.
You speak aloud the Kazalid phrase meaning Slayer of Black Tusk. Indigo, are you currently wounded?
That's a good question. Yes, slightly.
Okay. Describe to me your current wounds, if you can.
I think I still have a few scrapes from the ghost fight. I'm down like 2 hit points.
Okay. So not too bad. Just a couple of bruises, some scratches on your shoulder. You feel a horrible stinging in your shoulder, and you look over, and you can see the wound is opened up and is dripping blood.
Jesus.
It looks way more gory and horrible, probably, than even the original wound was. But you feel this pulsing, throbbing sensation in your shoulder there, and you actually feel stronger. Indigo, you take a wound of damage, and your strength is temporarily increased by 1, or possibly 2. Actually, I'm going to say 2. Now, I don't think you still have. You don't have the magic of the runes, the temporary runes that Mina made for you on your sword anymore, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
I faded.
Right.
I also
So
don't.
what is your normal strength?
14.
14. Right. So at this point, it's gone up to a 16.
Nice.
Wow.
Ooh.
It looks like your muscles are bulging out of your skin there.
Yeah. Ooh, I feel good. Oh, give me another. What's another one say?
Okay, it's just you're bleeding profusely now. Are you sure you want to just knock through them all?
Yeah. What's the next one?
Woof. Okay, I'll give them all of them. I read them all off to Indigo.
So what was it? Slayer of Black Tusk, Victor at Blackfire Pass.
Is there any way
Hang
to
on.
cross-reference them with the Book of Runes I have, so that we're not just like willy-nilly hurting Indigo?
That's a good idea if that works.
Probably could if you were still together, but you've split up at this point. Separate ways.
Preparation stage.
Just as we're about to do it, we split off.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Bruno, you know a lot
man,
about magic. What do these words say?
Rune.
Yeah, right. Well, I am the victor at Blackfire Pass 2, Bruno versus Gutbag. So,
so you see Slayer of Nagash, Lord of the Dead. You see Victor at Blackfire Pass. There is Unifier of the Talutens and Asaborns. There is Friend of Ironbeard. And there is, what did I say? Slayer of Black Tusk?
yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
there you go, Indigo. Enjoy.
great.
Hard to
I'll trade
say
one
which
more.
one of those.
I will say Unifier of the Talutens and Asuborns.
Bruno stands behind a convenient trash can or wall, out of the line of sight here.
Interesting. Nothing appears to happen, Indigo.
So you only get the one spell. The Muscle Expander. That checks out with what I've seen in Sigmar. Oh, one of those should create a big bright light that scares off dragons.
Yeah. Maybe when I do the big reveal, right, I'll hold it aloft and I'll say all of them. Just in a row. You know?
I can't see a problem with that. I'll wave the wand of fireballs that I have around too, so we'll really get a show going.
Well, no, I mean, presumably, Galmaraz doesn't shoot fire or anything. You know? It's a
It
hammer.
probably kills stuff. I mean, it almost assuredly kills stuff with magic.
Well, yeah, when you hit it with it, though, right? Like, that was, like...
It is a hammer.
Sigmar
I mean,
wasn't
why?
a wizard. He was
Right, that's a good
warrior.
point. That's a good point. That's a good point. You're right. So he wouldn't point it and, like, he'll shoot lightning at somebody. You're right.
Yeah. He'd hit them with it, and then it would knock them into the next century or something.
Right. That makes sense. Maybe we should have conferred with Mina on this before we wandered off, but I think we're good.
It's still fairly early morning here as the two of you arrive at the temple to Sigmar. And what strikes you as you're kind of been walking down the streets and futzing around with Galmaraz is past any other people. That seems odd. That seems very odd. You were like, where is everyone? It feels very empty and dead. And as you approach the temple itself, you can see there's no sounds coming from it. You don't hear chanting. You don't hear any organ music or any of the typical noises you would hear emanating from the temple. And the doors just are shut before you, and the windows are dark. And as you look at it, I'm going to jump over to Yeffy and Mina, who split from you much earlier on as you left the Orlok estate. And Yeffy and Mina, you're headed to the Vauxhall.
Yes. Yeah. I've fashioned a fake mustache, much longer than my actual one, from my own personal hair, and I've twirled it, and I've swapped out my short sword for this for the hammer that I got from the ghost dwarf that attacked me. Remember how the hammer chased us around? Like, yeah, I'm gonna carry that around because the signature short sword. No one knows who my short sword is. It's okay. And I've got my little disguise on. And Mina, you want a mustache? I got some extra. I got a braid back here. I could get you a nice little goatee or something. Yeah.
Oh, I kind of thought we were gonna do visible. Patented visible.
Oh, well, in case that doesn't work, I've got this going on.
Oh, I mean, it always works.
Very fashionable.
I mean, it looks great. It looks super great.
Uh-huh.
What's our plan? So we're gonna go in.
We're gonna go in there. Yeah, we're gonna be like, we love Sigmar. What's going on, jerks? And then we're gonna figure out what's got the bad Gelmaraz, and we're gonna figure out that guy. We're gonna find Fossamire if he's there, and we're gonna figure out why they think that's the real hammer. We're gonna do a bunch of information for some indigo. We're gonna make some buddies. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm not good at buddies, but
sure you are. You made friends with that wizard, another wizard.
Oh wow, like friend.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I guess I could do a must. If you think that would work, I just feel like we know too many people in Altdorf. But
that's why we got the mustache.
Okay.
I mean, we could be invisible too. I was just making a backup in case invisibles work. In case you maybe enlarge us by accident or something like that.
We do want to go in and talk to people, so we should probably not
figure out what's going on. It's told not to make trouble, so yeah. So not to make trouble. Not going to start any fights.
We would never make trouble. Oh my god, Yeffy.
Not going to be able to yeah, right. Now, hey, all Rickians over there, they're maybe got a point. Not starting any of that.
No, we're not going to do that. No,
we shouldn't have a civil war. Maybe that's what the mutants want. You're not going to say anything like that to them. Not going to say that the hammer's fake.
Yes, we're not going to say that. Maybe if we get closer to the hammer, I can spell magic on it, and then it'll turn out.
Yeah. Do that. Wait,
right?
Would that be trouble? Would that be troublemaking? I think that's a good idea, though. Just keep that in your pocket.
That's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. I put on the mustache.
I think it's a great idea.
Great.
The two of you are disguised as mustachioed warriors and headed over towards the Vauxhall.
Yeah.
And as you approach the Vauxhall, you've been to the Vauxhall before, but you can see that kind of a temporary fence has been erected around the grounds surrounding the Vauxhall, and you can see there is a tent at the opening in that fence that would then lead up towards the Vauxhall. And the general vibe feels very much like the day after a fair. Like the ground is all trampled. There is debris and dirt everywhere, but not any people really. It looks like something big happened here, and that is clearly in the past. You do see. It does look like you see a little trail of smoke coming up from behind that tent by the entryway. So you do some signs of life over at that tent, but otherwise it looks pretty empty.
They're already on a march, aren't they?
Oh shit. Quick question. What do we say if he's like, "Hey, something terrible happened to Altdorf yesterday. Didn't you see that?" or something? How do we explain that we just got here?
Say we were really drunk from all of the rallying, and we blacked out for 2 days. And
2 days. Okay, great.
2 days. I think that's how long we've been. I don't know how long we've been gone. And we just got here really excited, really pumped for.
It's been
fighting.
weeks since you were in Altdorf. Just to give you
context. Blacked out for a couple of weeks. We blacked out.
For weeks.
Yeah.
Just got here. Just heard about the
into the woods that you thought was going to take maybe a day and turned out to take several weeks.
That's
Rats.
we could just tell them we traveled really far. We heard a rumor. This is where people were meeting up. We heard there was a big fight. This is where we're supposed to go. Looks like we're late to the party. Directions would be great. And are we effed? Like, are we done? Like, Mina, seriously, is there just a fight and we just lost this one? And we should just go to that place Bruno and Indigo always say we should go to. That's really fun. I forget what it's called.
Sonia?
It's the one of the...
I feel like maybe there's been a whole civil war.
Yeah, maybe there has. Let's go to the tent, see what's up. Maybe they passed out too. Yeah, let's go in there.
Oh my god. Let's go to the tent. Oh god.
All right.
Wow.
All right, you head over to the tent. And you can see as you come around that next to the tent, sort of in the grounds, there's this little fire with a little teapot hanging over it that is starting to steam. And you can hear some sounds in the tent of someone moving around. And the tent flap opens up and a face peers out to looks like he's going to go fetch the kettle when he catches sight of you, Mina. And he's, who are you?
Hello. We are loyal Sigmarites who want to join the fight.
Just a moment. The tent flap closes. Sir, you can hear him clearly because it's just canvas. Sir. There's more recruits. Oh, really? Yes, sir. Oh, hold on. Let me get my boots on. There's a sort of a bit of a scuffle inside. Tent flap opens up, and you can see the same man emerging, and as well as another older gentleman with a very gray beard, and looks a little disheveled. He comes out of the tent. Says, "You recruits, is it? Haven't seen new recruits in some days. Welcome.
Yeah.
What is your name again?"
My name is Ifya Sunbrock, and this is my loyal companion, Anya.
Mino. Yep.
Mino Manya.
That's me.
And we traveled very far because we heard that there was a fight to be part of, and we seem to have missed it. So,
I am Captain Schultz, and welcome. I'm glad to see more conscripts still showing. Although, indeed, you've missed the disembarkation of the main force. Has moved south to Castle Reitgard. the wolves are assembling in the great forest, and they go out to meet them in battle.
Now we heard
Oh.
there's a lot of them.
But I'm happy to take your names on the roster here and send you down there. We can there's not much gear left, but we can outfit you for the journey, and perhaps you can bring some missives for us to Castle Reichgard and the commanders there. Yes, this is good.
Yeah.
This is good.
That's quite an honor.
Excellent. Get
Good at that.
Albrecht, get the roster. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the other guy goes rummaging back in the tent, comes out with this very long rolled up piece of parchment that he unrolls to a certain level and then sets it on a little stool in front of you and holds out a quill. Inscribe your name here, please. And he points to the list. You can see it's just this long list of names written in many different hands. Inscribe your name, or just make an X if you cannot.
Oh, I don't know how. I put an X.
Excellent.
I forgot my name.
X.
No, right? Nino, man, yeah.
he hands the quill to Yeffy. Inscribe your name here, or make your mark.
Big X. So make a X and a little lamb drawing.
Excellent. Excellent.
Now,
Excellent. Are you prepared for a journey? Go prepare yourselves for a long journey, and we will gather you some what foodstuffs we can, and I shall
how
gather
far?
some
How
missives.
far? Are we going to miss the battle? Or how far is the journey?
I shouldn't think so. It is merely a. I'm sure you'll reach it by the end of the week. You'll be fine. Just follow the Reich south.
Oh,
good.
We heard that there's a new heir of Sigmar. Amazing. Who is it?
Indeed.
I like how Mina's disguises to talk like a robot.
Just excellent voice work all around. I appreciate that. Yars from Yemi too. That really sells it. That's a man, all right.
Yar! Hey, yeah, we heard. Is he with the battle too? Or are we going to find him? We'd like to pay our respects, of course. And if, see Galmaraz to touch it to our foreheads and be blessed. That's how that works, right? Yeah? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Dwarves do. And
That's right. That is what a dwarf does.
Indeed, he says to you. Yeah. Indeed, the very Karl Heldenhammer, heir to Sigmar, carries aloft Galmaraz and leads the forces. You shall meet him if you travel south to Castle Reichgard. You shall meet him there, and he shall lead you. Perhaps if you're very lucky, he may even you may even get a chance to tell him your name before you join battle for him.
wow.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
Well, this list of everybody's name,
Yeah.
Is it while he was unrolling it, is it mostly X's, or is there a good mix of educated and non-educated hands?
There's a mix. There's many names, and there are also various marks that are clearly,
Okay. Great. It's all of Altdorf. Well,
roll me an intelligence test, Mina.
Oh, no. That was a 4.
Okay. Yeah, it's just random names. You're just looking down the list. You're just random empire names and a bunch of X's and crosses and other odd markings. Yeffy, while Mina is futzing with the scroll, and this guy is going on about how Mina is going to be lucky to meet the mighty Karl Heldenhammer. You notice across the way at the Vauxhall itself, you notice a person kind of just quickly not run, but sort of scamper across the field and enter into the Vauxhall itself. And they're wearing like a heavy brown robe with a big cowl over them. They look like they're bundled up, and they just kind of like scurry across and walk into the building.
Okay. Then they're scurrying.
Hmm.
Are they trying to hide themselves, or are they just like?
Yeah,
Just
maybe
cold.
just cold, or maybe trying to hide themselves. Certainly, they were very bundled in with this big cowl over their head. You couldn't really see their face at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, if we're trying to get ourselves ready for the long road ahead, it seems pretty empty here. Are there any?
Mm.
Do you know where there would be people to sell us stuff?
Oh, the merchants are still here. There's the general order to stay within homes at this time. But if you knock upon the door, I'm certain someone will serve your needs.
Oh, okay. Just seemed okay. Cool.
Yes, ready yourselves and report here in 2 hours, which I'll have our missives ready for you, and I shall provide you with a map and supplies for your journey. Welcome,
Excellent. I like that. Mina, I need to use the restroom. Come with me. Scurry over to the.
I know he's going back.
Yeah, check out who that Hulk figure was. Yeah.
What are you doing, Yeffy?
I'm going over to the place where I saw the cloaked person and see if I can spot what they're up to.
Okay, give me. Or are you just trying to circle around to another vantage point? Or are you trying to sneak closer past the fence? What do you?
I'm trying to get to another vantage point so I can see if I can see who they are or what they're up to.
Roll me an intelligence test.
Oh, sad. Ha! Sucker. You with my -1, I got an 18. Take it.
Oh.
So you move, you kind of circle around the palace a little bit. You come around the south side of it where you can still see the Vauxhall, and you've got a good vantage point towards the door where you saw the person walk into the Vauxhall. And you're trying to see, you remember that there was a broken window. You're hoping maybe you can see through it, but it does look like at this point that window has been repaired, unfortunately. But you do see, you're kind of standing here trying to peer, and you see the door open again. You see that same figure come out of the door, and you see him turn to someone else who's inside the door, and he bows his head. You briefly just sort of see this little silhouette of his face poking out of his cowl. You see him kind of nod his head, and then he does this. Reaches up with his right hand, scratches his ear with his left. And then he turns around, and he scurries back across, away from the Vauxhall towards the street.
Let's get him. That guy's part of the plan. All right, we gotta find Indigo. We're looking back here. He might know something, but I have a feeling that Vauxhall's place is probably full of those purple hand guys. We gotta get through that fence, but first let's kick that guy out. I'm hungry. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Oh, God, you've really gone for it. Okay.
What have I gone for? I haven't gone for anything.
You've gone for nothing. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Should we leave a note for Indigo and Bruno, who we somehow beat here? Or
we didn't say we were going to meet up. Where were we going to meet up? I don't even we didn't talk about it. There's always a problem with splitting up.
That, yeah.
How many times have we split up? We still haven't learned that lesson.
Oh, gosh.
They're big boys. They can handle it. Let's go talk to this guy first, and then eat him. Or eat him, and then I'll use magic, I guess. I don't know. Let's go.
Okay. Let's tail him. Hopefully, he's going in the way of the temple, and we might just bump into Indigo, please.
He's not. Actually, he's headed back northward, up the street towards the bridge that leads to the north part of town. Here we go. I'll give you. Let's look at a map of Altdorf, shall we? So The circle at number 1, that is the Temple of Sigmar, where Bruno and Indigo are. Number 2 is the Emperor's Palace. So you were just on the opposite side of the palace from the temple just now.
Oh, I see.
And so he's headed up that street to the north towards that bridge that's leading across the river. And you happen to remember from your travels before in Altdorf that across the bridge is, of course, the inn row, where there's just this long street just chock full of inns. And you remember briefly staying there a while ago. In fact, you seem to recall up past that street, actually maybe further up that street, is where Merkel Meyer's place is. So he goes scurrying. He's moving up the road towards that bridge. What do you want to do, Yeffy?
What, Mina?
I was going to say, he's still visible, right? He's not that far away.
He is still visible, and you're actually starting to, it's getting a little later in the morning, you're actually starting to see a few people move about, and what you're noticing is it's just not that busy city atmosphere you're used to of Altdorf, where there's always this vibrant place. It is, people are just kind of quickly popping out to the street, dashing to where they need to go, and getting back inside.
You know what?
Definitely feels much less densely populated, and you get this feeling of just a little bit of tension. The people are like eager to not be out on the street.
You know what, Mina? We could follow this guy. We could question him. We could whatever. We might blow our cover. Or we could just wait here for Indigo and Bruno and get the guy who's in the Vauxhall and get through that gate. Because they probably fence this place up so no one would disturb them and their weird cult. And we could break in there and get the purple hand guys that are in there. Because they're probably no more information anyway. And we know that they're there. They're trapped in there right now. They trapped themselves in there with their little fence. It's supposed to keep us out, but it's really keeping them in.
So the next time one of them goes out, then we can just pounce on them, and we don't have to chase it.
Or we could just get in there.
Okay.
We could get underneath the fence or whatever. We could find a break. Okay, I'm gonna scout out the fence, Paul. Yeffy's gonna scout out the fence and see if there's any weaknesses in it to try to find a way to get in.
It is definitely not the sturdiest of fences. It surrounds the entire Vauxhall. It has just the one opening where the tent was, where the two soldiers were that you were just talking to. But if you were fairly determined, you could probably find a spot along the fence that doesn't have a direct eye line to the tent, and easily remove a board or just climb over it. It's not like a good stout wooden fence. It's clearly a temporary structure.
Okay. This feels a little bit like getting into trouble, but
Hey, we're just scouting it out. And then when Indigo and Bruno show up, then we can go on in. So we'll just wait.
scout.
Give him, give him till I get irritated by the sun. And then
Excellent.
we'll break in.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Is that like
back at Sigmar's temple, Bruno and Indigo standing outside the temple, looking at the shut doors, looking at how dreary and unpopulated it looks. What do the two of you do?
I'm beginning to think the temple group maybe should have been Indigo and Mina, and the Vauxhall group should have been just Indigo.
Where'd Bruno have gone?
Are you muted, Christian? Are you talking? Yep.
Oh,
Can't hear
sorry. I was muted.
you. There you go.
What do you think Yeffy would look like with a mustache? Like a big flurry.
I don't know.
Huh.
What? I knock on the door.
I'm just curious. Just something I'm thinking about. Yeah. All right. Great. Knock on the door. Hey, do you want to cover up Yalmaraz? You just want to go in? You want me to stand in front of it?
Kind of hard. It's really big.
Put it on the ground and I'll stand in front of it.
Carried it around so much. Yeah, I
here
won't
we go.
flourish it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm blocking it. I'm body blocking
You knock
it.
on the door, Indigo, and nobody answers.
I try to open it.
Yeah, door pushes open easily. You push in. You can see the large temple of Sigmar, the huge statue of Sigmar himself right in the center, surrounded by benches, various statuary and other decorations all around. It's glorious. The temple to Sigmar here in Altdorf is one of the most architecturally stunning places. But it is also completely empty. You don't see any people at all.
Does it look like it's been looted or rampaged through or anything?
It does not.
Huh.
Just looks quiet and empty.
I'll
Nowhere
walk in
does
a
it
little
look
bit.
like there's anything of real value lying about that anyone would loot. You're looking around and you just see benches and statuary and
Oh, no
maybe someone could
gold
steal the...
statues of Sigmar or anything. Okay.
No, nothing like that. What are you doing, Indigo?
I'm gonna walk in and I'll start just shouting, "Hello!
You begin shouting.
Anybody here?"
No one answers you. Appears to be totally empty.
That's weird.
Should we look around, or should we just head back and meet up with Mina and Yeffy?
I'm sure they've got it covered over there. Where's like the Grand Theogenist's like room? Where's his office?
There's a hall towards the back that seems like it would probably lead off to the private cells or offices or etc. of the clergy. If you want to head back there, Bruno.
Yeah.
I'll go back there. Yeah.
I'll go with him.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pick doors
You
at
head back
random, I guess. Almost,
There's a hall, a few different doors down. Seems to you like probably the most important door is the one all the way at the end. You can see little offices and whatnot. You just pick one at random.
No. I'm gonna go to the end. When I'm doctor to the Emperor,
Theogenist,
Indigo. Yeah. When I'm doctor to the Emperor, Indigo, I'm gonna put my door at the closest end of the hallway, so I don't have to walk as much because I'm most important.
You head all the way to the end, and the door there. You try to grab onto the handle and push it open, but it's definitely locked.
You wanna?
This feels like
see
we're a little late to stand on ceremony, right? I'll try to bust this one down.
Hit it with Gal Maraz. Hit it with Gal Maraz. Smash with the hammer.
Indigo, are you hitting it with Galmaraz?
Hit it with Gal Maraz.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna hit it with I'm gonna try to break it open, like kick it open.
Okay, with your extended strength, which you still feel surging through you, you just put your boot into the door, and there's a loud crack and a splintering of wood, and the door goes flinging open, and you can see inside is a nice kind of like 2-room suite. There's clearly a kind of an office-y space up front with a desk and a writing table and some nice chairs, and then an open doorway that leads into a room that is got a bed and dresser and etc. The whole place though looks completely trashed. Clearly, someone has been in here and just like all the dresser drawers are open and clothes are flung about. You can see like what look like probably nice vestments. That probably ceremonial stuff that somebody important would wear, just kind of strewn about on the floor. Papers scattered everywhere, ink spilled across the table, bits of broken glass on the ground.
Oh.
How was the door locked? Like, was it barred, or did it have an actual like lock?
It had an actual lock, like a bolt. It had a bolt, which is still pushed out, and of course, when Indigo kicked the door, it just splintered the jam.
So someone trashed it and locked it on their way out? That's weird.
You could have been leaving in a hurry.
Can I just start rifling through stuff on the desk and see what sort of things are there?
Sure.
Or does it all just mess? Are there any
around.
written papers?
You you can't really make much sense of what's on the desk. As you're like, there's some odd papers that have something to do with services or something. This seems really dull. Nothing terribly of interest, except that you do also discover as you're pushing stuff around on the table and whatnot. You do notice as you kind of clear the table a little bit, you find a bloody handprint that is just streaked across the table, like someone left this mark on the table here.
That's weird.
I want to look around the whole chambers, so this room and the bedroom, looking for signs of violence, blood, a body.
You search around. You don't find a body, but you do find a couple other splatters of blood here and there. Clearly, it does look to you like some kind of fight happened in here. And you notice some cuts into the post of one of the 4-post bed supports that clearly must have been done with a heavy bladed weapon. Definitely looks like something violent happened in here, Indigo.
Kind of starting to feel like we missed the whole Civil War, and it already happened while we were fighting with Gutbag.
Well, we missed the intro to it, at least. This is bad.
Is there, I don't know if I can tell this, is there any signs that look like it might have been magic or something happened in the room, or does it just look like physical violence? Like, are there explosion marks or something?
You're not finding anything blatantly magical. No scorch marks or runes or anything weird like that.
So what do you think, what's the chances that the Grand Theogis is dead?
If he's dead, why isn't he here? And why is the door locked?
That's a good... Why is the door locked? Are there windows or anything in here, or is that door the only apparent entrance?
There are windows, but they are shut, and they're heavy paned windows. They have latches that keep them closed, that are closed from the inside. So you're not seeing. They're not broken. They're not. Looks like they would not be possible to open them from the outside.
This is weird. This is weirder than I expected.
Yeah. We should probably meet up with Mina and Yeffy.
Okay, one second. I'm going to do a quick scan for any kind of secret passages. Do some real role-playing stuff. And see if there's any kind of secrets underneath the bed or behind a cupboard or something.
Excellent. You bang on the walls. You feel around on the floor for trapdoors. You gaze up at the ceiling, and nothing jumps out at you as any kind of secret doorway or passage.
All right. All right, I give up. Let's go find Mina and Yeffy. Oh, wait. What if they're invisible? Were they going to turn invisible? We should have worked out the details of this plan before we split up.
We'll figure it out.
All right. Yeah.
Excellent. With some bumbling about, eventually the two groups manage to meet up somewhere around the palace, within eyeshot of the Vauxhall.
Wow, great mustaches.
Thanks. Made them myself. Hey. So, some of the purple hand is up in the Foxhall there. I found this little gappy place. It's right to this tent. Go right up there. There's another guy who left it. He was doing the wiggle ear.
Oh, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. And he went off into the street, but he was doing that to some other cloaked guy inside the Foxhall. So I think they're congregated in. Is that a word? Yeah. They're grouped up in a large mass up in that area, and they're probably talking and making evil plans because they probably don't even care that Fossamar is going to go die in a civil war, right? Well, all that matters is that they have a civil war and the mutants will reign, and then they got Altdorf. So, like, I think they're in there.
Is
If
Maybe
there
they
not,
anything
have
else
the
here?
then-
Granthiogenes. Oh, let's go kick that door in. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
You-
smash
you
it with
defend the
Galmaraz. Hit it with
Granthiogenes?
Galmaraz.
Yeah, oh, that door I'll
Oh my
smash with
goodness.
Galmaraz, alright.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is
You
going to be
defend the
good.
Granthiogenes?
Oh, okay.
No, we just
oh,
found a
what do you
bunch of blood in his room, so it's not looking good.
Oh, good.
Not like a
Yeah.
lot of
That's
blood.
not-
Like enough blood that there was
Oh,
a
yeah.
fight, not that someone was murdered and bled out on the floor of the room.
Okay.
You
Not
could still be
necessarily that
alive.
someone wasn't murdered, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Same thing.
So we break it in
Anyway,
there
which
then?
door?
Right
If
through
he's
there.
dead,
There's
though,
this
when we install
gap there.
Sigmar, that's another high-ranking position open, you know.
Okay.
Great.
Great.
Yeffy can be Granthiogenes. Let's go.
Hmm.
Why
Blood
not?
sacrifice. What?
You know?
Let's go. Let's do it.
All right.
I'm gonna
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna put up here's a map of the Vauxhall for you. So I'm just gonna put this up. So the door, Yeffy, that you saw the man at was that main door up on the north, the top side of our map. There's this it's basically an octagonal shaped building, but with a little annex off the side. As you recall, in the bottom right corner, would be what is that, southeast. That's where you had broken a window once in the past. Although again, it does look like that window has been repaired at this point. That is the outside of it, and then there's a kind of open grassy lawn surrounding it, which actually looks, which you recall in the past you've seen groups camp out there, and sometimes it's just empty. Right now it's empty, but it looks fairly well trampled. And then maybe 20 or 30 feet from the edge of the building to the makeshift fence that's been built up around the entire thing. The tent itself and the opening in that makeshift fence is on the north side, so directly across from the door.
So we're just
All right.
kicking the door in, right?
Again,
No, we're hitting
are you
with
like,
Galmaraz.
we could, well, we
Right.
gotta go through the tent to get there, right? Right, Paul? That's what you're saying. The
Yeah,
tent.
if
you have to
you
go
were
through
going
the
to go
tent.
straight at the door, you would have to walk right past that tent. Now, Yeffy, you do know on the southwest side, you found a spot where you think it'd be pretty easy to sneak through or climb over or whatever, get through the fence if you wanted to go more stealthily. Because that way you'd have the building between you and the tent.
Yeah, so there's a gap. We could go through the gap. Fall into the
Trying
gap.
to pass the tent. What's in the tent?
I just see two guys, some guys, yeah. They got a list of names.
Who they're gonna,
They were
like, people they're gonna kill?
they're
No,
like the
they're
recruits for the war.
And
Yeah.
they said they'd give us
Oh,
notes to pass along to the front, so that could be
Some
useful.
missives.
And also, we
Oh, that
probably
could be
shouldn't just
useful.
kill people who are normal
So
and not evil.
we're gonna sneak in through the fence. We're gonna walk
Yeah.
up to the front door. I'm gonna hit it with Galmaraz. We're gonna walk in and we're gonna wipe out the purple hand that are in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good.
yeah.
That's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. It's the best plan
Let's
ever.
Your plan is to
on
sneak through the
par.
fence
Yeah.
and then circle around the front of the building and smash the door. Is that right, Indigo?
Yep.
Or are you going to smash the window? That's what I missed.
We're going to go stealthy approach, right? We're going to go through the fence. We're going to sneak around the building and then go through a window or another entrance. Like if we go through
Well, I thought we were
okay.
gonna smash in the front door
Well, if we go through the
for
okay,
maximum
so
trauma.
I'm just
No, we can
dropping
sneak in.
myself.
That's
Like,
fine.
because if we go through the front
Yeah.
door, the tent people will see us.
Okay.
So
you, know
you
what?
might as
What
well
if-
just smash them.
Yeah. Why don't we just go up to the tent and say, actually, we found the Galmarage, and we are loyal Sigmarites, and we need to have a word with the people inside, and then we're gonna do that.
What if we just breeze right past the tent, regardless of whether they see us, and Indigo, who is bulging with muscles so that his pants are too tight and wielding the hammer of God, just,
Okay, fine. Let's just do that.
And
Fine.
makes it
You know what?
known what
Fine,
the.
fine.
It's okay. I did all that surveillance work. Let's just sneak around and then go through the front door anyway. Let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's just do it. Fine.
I'm not being sarcastic.
Fine.
Just do it. Just go.
I'm being
Okay.
a little sarcastic.
Wait,
Let's
Okay.
go.
I can't. Wait, which one of you is being sarcastic? We're doing it. We're doing it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I can't tell with your mustaches. I can't read your faces.
All right, so the group boldly marches right past the tent up to the front door. Galmarov's out at the ready to smash in the door.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep.
I'm going to be a bit funny with it. I'm going to knock first, and then I'm going to smash it in with Galmaros.
That is funny. I like that. Yeah.
Let them
Excellent.
get prepared.
Smite the door.
As you march past the tent, you hear the voice of one of the soldiers as he pokes his head out the flap of, "Oh, oi! You can't go there!" And
Oh,
Yes, I
hey, so
can.
sorry. I have a.
ignore him.
Yeffy's gonna. Yeffy just starts talking to him. Yeffy's just like, I got
Yeah,
a
he starts
pamphlet
talking.
here. I got the friends. You know what? And we got a little confused, so he got lost. And I got this, and we just took a wrong turn. Can you help me out here? I think it's right here. This book. It's Pig Coast and Market.
Yep,
It's a very confusing book.
stays at the Yep, stays at the tent, kind of running interference. The guy seems confused. Wait, what's he doing with that hammer? Indigo comes up. Give me a strength roll, Indigo.
Yeah. Oh, come on. That was
Do you give a
time
little
for
rap
good roll.
at the door first?
I
Yeah.
do. I give a little.
Nice.
You give a little knock, and then smash it. Give me a strength roll.
Oh, that's pretty good. This is just strength?
Yeah.
Okay. That is 12.
Excellent.
It's door.
You-
It's got to be good now.
You give a little knock. You wait a second. Then you smash with the hammer. It actually takes 2 or 3 shots to actually fully knock down the door. Wham! Wham! Crack! The door flings open, and you can see
pretty
the
good.
startled faces of 2 men in Sigmarite robes standing a few feet from the door. It looks like they were coming to answer it. And you can see another 3 gentlemen clustered around the table in the center of the room. And you can see there's like some big papers. Looks like a big map kind of pressed out on the table. One of the men at the table appears to be the Grand Theogenist. They all look at you just in bewilderment, just completely startled. Indigo, what do you do?
Knock,
Which
knock.
one of you is Lieberung?
Ooh. Damn,
Oh,
nice.
man. Wow, Indigo has
Yeah.
had it.
You see the Grand Theogenist standing at the table looks at the 2 men who are kind of halfway between him and you, Indigo, and he says, "Stop him!" And he turns to the 3 guys standing around him and he says, "Protect the lumen."
What?
Now will you roll
Oh,
me?
shit.
It
Will you
was the
roll me
Grand
initiative,
Theogenist.
please, Indigo?
It was him the whole time.
Bastard.
5.
5.
Good.
Nice.
What? All right, Indigo, you're up. What do you want to do?
I'm going to start swinging. And when I'm swinging, I'm going to start saying all the words that are on the hammer.
Oh,
Oh my
God.
I'm going to go, you know what this is? This is the real Galmaraz, the Slayer of Black Tusk, the victor. And just go on like that.
Oh my God.
Excellent. You start reeling off all of the honorifics of Sigmar as you swing the hammer. Give me 2 attack rolls, please.
Great. Ooh, that one's pretty good. The first one is a 25.
Ooh.
Excellent.
Nice. Damn.
The second one is a 13.
All right. Both hammer strikes smash into the 2 men
man.
who are wearing just robes coming to stomp you. You do feel the satisfying crunch of chain links getting smashed in under the robe as you strike the first fellow. I'm going to give you some damage here. Here we go. Roll me. Roll me a for the damage on these strikes. You can roll a D8 +2 plus your strength modifier.
Oh my god. What a
Wait,
damage.
what spell did you cast, or what rune?
I'm saying them all.
He's just ripping them off. Yeah. He's
Oh,
just
great.
tearing them off, so-
Okay.
Great. The first one is
Yeah.
a 6. The second one is also a 6.
Okay. The first guy, you smack him straight in the chest. He takes a couple stumbling steps backward. You feel that crunch of chain link underneath, and you can see that he's kind of trying to pull the rope to the side to unsheath the sword. He stumbles and coughs. The second guy, you swing around the backhand, reeling off whatever magical words you can. And this guy, when you smack him with the hammer, there is a blast of light, a bright shining light, and the guy goes flying clear across the Vauxhall to smash against the far wall and land in a heap. Mina, I'm gonna go around clockwise here. Mina, you're standing right behind Indigo, watching this happen. What do you do?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I feel like I'm completely unnecessary to this. I'm going to cast Magic Missile at the Grand Theatricalist.
Excellent. Okay.
Oh, shoot. I've rolled this off the table thrice. Okay. That's a 6 and a 3, so it's a success.
Will you roll me, please, a d20 plus your level before you do anything more?
Sure.
Oh.
That is a... what level are we? We're 6. Okay, that's a 22.
Wow.
2. The magical bolts come flying out of your hands and seem to skim off of an invisible bubble that surrounds the table and about 10 feet out. And they just and they just ricochet off of that bubble.
All right. Bad news, guys.
For what it's worth, the two guys that Indigo was fighting are not inside that bubble. Bruno, what do you do? You are standing just outside the Vauxhall. You see Mina's spells get deflected by whatever protection magic is going on.
It looks like Indigo's got this. I just shout helpfully from the door, "Behold the heir of Sigmar, true wielder of Galmaraz, Quake, mutants, and chaos worshippers."
Excellent.
At the fury of Bruno Finebottom, as far as anyone knows.
Oh, come on.
Excellent. So you're shouting
Stay well
curses from the doorway of the Vauxhall.
Stay in the doorway.
Outside. Yep. Okay. Looking back over your shoulder, you see back at the tent is Yeffy standing there talking to one of the guards. One of the soldiers. Yeffy, what are you doing?
Yeah, does the soldier have his weapon out?
He does not.
Great. I'm gonna, I have my pigs that go to the market there with the book, and I am just like, and so you see right here, I have him. He's looking down at the book, and I'm gonna sleight of hand his weapon out. I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna try to knock him out, but I'm gonna sleight of hand his weapon first.
Give me an agility roll.
With sleight of hand, yes.
Incredible.
Oh my god. That's a 14. I didn't roll very well.
It is sufficient, so it's not sneaky, unfortunately. So you try to get you reach around, you grab the hilt of his sword, poking right from his belt, and shink, and you pull it out, and he's just looks absolutely flabbergasted, has no idea what the hell's going on.
Nice.
Can I hit him in this round, or is that like the first thing? That's it, right? Yeah.
I'm gonna say that's it. That's it for this round.
Cool. I'll look also shocked at him. I'll be like, what happened?
Oh man!
Whoa!
He looks incredibly startled at you, and he turns back to the tent. Sir, and he starts kind of backing away from you, Yeffy. And you can see the older gentleman now emerging from the tent, and he's starting to draw his sword and march towards you. But the other guy's still between you and him, and he's backing away from you with unarmed at this point and a little scared. Inside the building, the one guy who got smacked in the chest, Indigo, he pulls out a sword and comes rushing at you. He actually hits you, unless your AC is better than 1.
Not currently.
Not currently. Great. He hits you for 4 wounds as he comes rushing at you.
Ow!
The Grand Theogenist. Oh, geez, what's the Grand Theogenist doing?
I believe his name is Grand Lumen or something like that.
That's not the Lumen. That's somebody else.
The Grand
Theogenist.
The Grand Theogenist incants a spell. That's exciting.
What if I knew shield?
Bands of magical energy appear in the doorway itself, completely filling up the doorway, kind of making like a grid, like a metal magical grid, sort of like a magical energy portcullis filling the space of that open doorway. Now, Bruno, I think you're outside. Mina, are you inside or outside at this point?
I believe I'm inside.
Very good. Will you, in fact, actually, will you roll me an agility saving throw, please?
Oh, amazing. Okay.
As you see these kind of magical bars form, strangely, they start to twist and contort, and little thorns grow out of them, and some of them look like actually moving living snakes, and the Theogenist also looks surprised by this.
That was a nat 1 for me. So.
Nat 1.
Yeah. Yep.
Excellent. You're basically just in the doorway casting your spells, and shocked that the magic ricocheted off it. One of the snakes actually reaches around and twines around your arm and kind of pulls your arm against this newly formed gate and is kind of holding you there.
That's weird.
Huh. Inside, the remaining 3 guys go rushing. They just kind of jump over the little half wall and go rushing along the pews and benches to the east, to the little door that leads into the other small building. And one of the 3 of them kind of take up this defensive, or 2 of them kind of take up this defensive stance in front of that doorway, and the other one pounds on the door. And he says, Lumen, there are invaders! And the door flings open, and Indigo, you can see a man wearing resplendent Sigmarite robes, but his cowl is knocked back, and you can see he's got a bald head, and you see a very familiar face actually looking at you, Indigo, and he says, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Wait, is it Frank?
Frank.
Fuck!
You!
Well, he's the Lumen?
It's you!
There's only one Frank in all of Altdorf!
Indigo, what are you doing?
I'm going to ignore this guy that just stabbed me, and I'm going to walk right up to the Grand Theogenist, and I want to knock him off the table.
Yes!
Excellent. Give me an attack roll.
Great. That is... I'm not rolling very hot. 14 to hit.
That
The wizard has got AC.
That is sufficient. That is sufficient. Give me some damage.
Right. That is 7 points of damage for my first attack.
Excellent. You smack with the hammer straight into the Grand Theogonist's chest. You can hear like the crack of a rib as he goes stumbling back. And you press forward, swinging Galmaraz again.
This is much better. Oh, but I fucking rolled minimum damage. This is a 22 to hit for just 5 points of damage.
Only 5 is still enough. You smash the hammer a second time into the Theogonist. He goes falling to the ground with a sickening thud. As his body impacts the ground, his face kind of smooths out. He turns into kind of a grayish-looking, nondescript humanoid form, laying there still in the Theogonist's robes, lying on the ground.
Yep.
Mina, what do you do? This reminds you very much, Indigo, in case it wasn't obvious, reminds you very much of what you saw happen to the Graph when you
another
fought there.
doppelganger.
Mina, what are you doing?
Can I cast spells while being trapped by this?
You cannot. You need your hands free to make the proper arcane gestures.
Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna scream a lot and try and pull myself free.
Great.
Mostly
Great.
a
Roll me a...
like you fucker. You made me. I liked this city. You set an impossible task. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Coffin full of your
Roll me a strength test, please, Mina.
Hate this guy. Oh, good. I'm very, very strong. Hey, that was a 15. That was not bad at all. That's probably the best I'm gonna do. No.
All right, you strain and struggle and just manage to finally rip your hand free. Unfortunately, it takes you your whole round of action to remove yourself from it and stumble away. And you can still see the bars kind of weirdly writhing and moving in between you and the outside.
I hate it. Actually, to be honest,
but you managed to then kind of
I could do it desperately.
pull forward. Yeah. Bruno, what are you
doing? Mina, you seem mad. What's happening?
Ronk is in here. Ronk is in here. Ronk is in here.
The guy,
Ronk is
the professor
in here.
from Nuln?
No, the asshole guy who made us get a coffee. Remember, we didn't want to go to that stupid fucking castle, and then he made us go to that stupid fucking castle.
Okay, sorry. It's real fuzzy through this wall of vines. I'm just gonna blast it though. I'm gonna blast it. Watch out. I'm gonna gut bag this one.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna take a step back and I'm gonna wave the wand of fireballs at the door that seems to be made of a flammable material.
Roll me a magic die, please.
4.
Okay. A jet of fire shoots out of the tip of the wand. It's not like a fireball that goes flying and explodes, but like a jet of flame. Like you're holding a little mini flamethrower. It slams into the into this strange magical gate, and actually you can see some of the writhing forms and of the bar snake things actually writhe and shrivel up in the flames and drop to bits and ash. And you've actually successfully removed the barrier between you and Mina.
Oh,
hell yeah!
Thanks. Wow, I didn't think that would work. Thank you.
Yeah.
Honestly,
what are you doing?
Me neither. Yeah.
Well, my first attempt, of course, is to convince them that I'm not doing anything wrong. Which is to say, Yeffy says, "Oh no, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's come over me. There is some kind of mutant conspiracy happening inside of the Vauxhall. They've controlled my body and the body of my friends. I think they're taking over the city. We must help and try to save them." The real,
Wow.
the real heir to Sigmar is in there with Gal Miraz. I've seen it with my own eyes. I don't know. I have a list all of a sudden. It's weird.
That's a lot to take in.
Still in
Entirely
character.
changed.
man.
Fantastic.
Help! Help!
Excellent. It's a very convincing act, Yeffy, and the soldiers backing away from you, startled, and he just looked, Captain, and the captain comes stalking out, drawing his sword, and he says, "What the hell is going on here?" And he kind of like quickly assesses what you're saying, Yeffy, and just kind of nods and walks up towards where Bruno is.
Damn.
Wait.
No. Oh. Uh-oh.
He didn't do it. It's the guys inside. Hey.
I am casting unlicensed dangerous magic, but other than that,
Okay, great. Well, his back's turned to me, so that's a good sign. Next turn.
Do you want to stab him as he walks past?
I want to see if he's going to attack my not boyfriend, and you know,
Excellent. So he goes stalking right up to where Bruno is. The other soldier still looks just freaked out and is kind of backing away and trying to reach the safety of the tent.
run.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So the captain comes up to Bruno and he says, "What are these magics of chaos?" And he swings his sword at you, Bruno.
sorry, what? Oh.
Yes, you're still standing there holding the wand, which is just the flames kind of receding from it. And the captain just comes up to you, swings his sword at you. You manage to duck low right under the blade as it swings over your head.
Holy crap! What?
Sorry.
It's an attack from both sides! It's chaos on all sides!
Indigo, the guard you ignored comes rushing at you again with his sword. He rolls the same thing he did last time, so he connects again, stabbing you only for one wound this time.
Oh, I think that means I don't take any damage. I have dodge blow.
You have dodged. Actually, you nimbly step to the side as he thrusts the sword where your kidney once was. Frank looks to the three men standing around him, and he looks at you, Indigo, and he says, "Ah, Indigo, welcome back to Altdorf." He turns to the three men and he says, "Kill him." And the three men come rushing at you.
Well, that was pretty cool.
You find yourself now surrounded by attackers. Indigo, what is your armor class?
2.
2. All right, so one of them managed to get in a lucky shot, just circling around behind you, but you feel the wind blowing. He's managed again to roll one wound. So you feel the wind of his mace coming around, and you like duck your head just as the mace comes flying past your head. Did I get everybody? I think I did. Indigo, what do you do?
I'm going in a frenzy. I'm just going to keep swinging. I'm going to try to say I'm going to go through the words again, and I'm going to try to pay real attention to see which one makes the guys explode when I hit them. So I'll say one word, one of these phrases per attack. So I'll start with the victor at Blackfire Pass when I hit the first guy.
Nice.
And then Slayer of Nagash the second time.
Excellent.
Well, I rolled really well, so that is a 21 to hit.
Nice.
That is a hit.
For 6 points.
This one, again, the light flashes from the hammer as you're saying the victor at Blackfire Pass. The runes kind of light up, like leading up the top of the hammer, and then the whole top of the hammer explodes in light, and the guy just goes flying across the room.
Nice.
And smashes against the far wall.
Great.
And you take your second swing. Do you still reel out the other one of Slayer of Nagash, Lord of the Dead?
Yeah.
Excellent. Give me your attack roll.
I rolled really poorly. That is, I think, just a 10.
Okay. This one, you swing the hammer, and he goes jumping back and dodges out of the way. But as he does so, you can see this like dark, shadowy forms kind of snake around the head of the hammer, like little wisps of smoke that kind of intertwine and swing around the hammer and then dissipate.
That seems cool too.
Yeah.
And he looks nervously back as he jumps back from the attack.
You're next.
Nina, what are you doing?
God, I'm like extremely loath to be like Indigo's got this, but I feel like Indigo's got this. The other two, yeah. So, what is the concentration of gentlemen on both sides of me? Like, how close are everybody?
So at this point, Indigo is kind of standing halfway between the north door and the table in the center of the room. So right in that opening hallway, and he's now surrounded by 3 assailants. It was 4, but one of them just got flung across the room. They're all wearing Sigmarite robes. They have various hand weapons out. At the door to the east into the little room, you can see in that doorway is standing Frank in his Sigmarite robes. And then there's a couple of prone forms on the ground. That's about it. That's going on in here.
Behind me, how close the Bruno is behind me, and behind
just
him.
a few feet behind you is Bruno being attacked by the captain of the guard there.
I mean, it's like not the captain of the guard's fault, and I only have murderer weapons. I was kind of hoping everyone would be close enough that I could trap him, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Okay, you know what? I'm really mad at Frank. I didn't want to go to the castle. That castle was terrible. I'm gonna try and hit Frank with magic missiles, and
excellent.
That's what's gonna happen. That's it.
Good choice.
Hate this guy. 7, so that's a success. Assuming he hasn't also got a shield.
This guy's gonna eat it.
11, 12, 13, 14 points of damage.
Wow.
Holy shit.
A mass of magical bolts go flying across the room, slamming into Frank, leaving massive scorch marks all over his body, pressing him against the wall next to the door. He gets the wind knocked out of him. He slumps low into the ground, kind of in a crouch, with his back still leaning against the wall, and he coughs a couple times. A little smoke comes out, and he looks up. He says, You'll pay for this.
You're paying for that right now.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Bruno, what do you do?
any better lines?
This freaking guy is attacking me now. What that? I just turned and cast Charm Person on the captain. What you? What do you do? Oh, come on! Double spell. Natural 1. So, let's be honest. Yeah.
Excellent. You attempt to draw on the winds of magic to convince the captain, that he is your friend. Instead, 2 little devil horns grow up out of the top of your head. And a little ineffectual spiky devil tail grows out of your back.
I'm not a devil. Let me explain. That was a total. This is not what it looks like.
Oh God!
I just don't know what I'm doing.
Yeffy, what do you do?
Oh Jesus!
I'm gonna sneak attack the captain
to save the world.
while he's distracted from Bruno.
Around.
Yeah. He's got his sword out and he's like, Chaos Spawn, die!
No.
Oh God!
Nice. That. Oh, sorry. Forgot what I was doing. That's an 18.
That is a hit.
Yes.
Yeah. Give me your backstab damage here.
That is a 12.
The captain reaches up his sword, ready to smite the horrible demon in front of him. Bruno, you object very much as he comes swinging down, and then just lands with a thump in face first in the dirt in front of you. Yeffy standing behind him with a bloodied short sword.
I'm not a
That guy was
monster.
crazy.
That guy
say
was
anything.
nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, don't be
I'm
trying to kill me.
I know.
Let's
I'm not a
chaos
monster.
worshippers around here.
I know.
This is nothing. Don't. This
I know.
is not. This is no big deal. Just want to.
Let's break a. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like it. We could break a window. Just 1 second, okay? I'm just gonna get down and just take a big gulp.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
you dropped something right next to him. You might want to pick that up.
I did. And
Now,
I'm
our
not a
campaign
monster. Shh, I'm so sorry.
To not be seen
Shh,
chaos
just
demons
sleep.
going horrible.
Just sleep.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Inside Indigo, three men attacking you.
You're fine.
Each one in turn, his weapon is turned aside by the lightning quick Galmaraz, which you've now found the balance of, and you spin and twirl and
Incredible.
block. Anyone watching the fight going on in the center of this room with Indigo wielding Galmaraz is truly impressed by the martial display.
There it is.
Oh crap. Let's see. Mina, you were standing just on the other side. You pulled yourself away from the bars, but I don't think you've really moved from the doorway. And I think Bruno and Yeffy are now you're all kind of concentrated there, I believe. So Frank looks at you and your little group there and incants some magical words.
Oh,
you're a wizard the whole
reading.
friggin' time.
hey, it's Frank. What the heck? I killed Ernst Titleman. I got him. Did you get his hand? What's Frank do? Oh, he's the bad guy. Damn it. We should have wiped him out when we had the chance.
Well, we have the chance now. So
What's up?
Wait, what about Sergey?
Hey.
Is Sergey cool?
A bolt
Sergey's in
of
Braconia, man.
magical lightning comes flying out of his hand towards the four of you. As he does this, you can see that in fact that the oh man, let's see. Sorry, Frank got a 1 on one of his magic dice. So as he does so, you can see creeping up his neck what look like pale purple fingers, and you realize it's his purple hand tattoo is made its way up his neck and appears to be gripping him by the neck. Very obviously.
Cool.
That is pretty cool.
And then there's an explosion of electricity at the front. And I'll ask everyone except Indigo to please make me an agility saving throw. You will be taking 12 wounds, or you can save to only take 6.
I
Is
got
that
an 11.
level when it's a saving throw?
No, sorry, that's
You get to add your level. That is true.
Woohoo!
Right. For fuck's sake. 7. 6. I got a 14. Oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah, 21.
Neither of you have saved.
9?
21, Yeffy saves. Yeffy, you take 6 wounds. Mina and Bruno take 12 wounds. Anybody going
Hey, I
down
was
from this?
eating.
No,
I'm
I
actually
have
still.
2 health left.
Well, alright is strong.
Critical charts yet. No critical charts yet.
Frog.
That's all I've got.
Heck, man.
Indigo. What are you
Ernst
doing?
Titleman.
I'm gonna try to kill these guys that are around me.
Okay.
I'm gonna say again, Slayer of Nagash, Lord of the Dead, when I hit this next guy.
Okay. Very good.
Oh yeah, nice.
Uh,
Steal his
much
soul
better.
or something.
Yeah, we'll see. This is a 22 for 8 points of damage.
Yeah, you slam the hammer into his face, and the black tendrils of smoke kind of seep out and into his eyes and mouth and ears, and he opens his mouth as if to scream, and you just kind of see like the outline of his skull for a moment, and he drops dead in front of you, and then the tendrils
Hardcore.
recede back into the hammer, perhaps dragging with them something light and shimmery.
Wow.
Well, don't
Hammer's
feel
now-
too good about that one. Huh!
Yeah.
And I'll just swing without saying any words at the next guy.
Yeah, excellent.
This is a 22.
That's a
Sorry,
hit.
21, if it matters, for 9 points.
Ooh.
And this guy, you just smash, you just cave his skull in with that weight of Galmaraz, needing no magical influence whatsoever, and he drops as well. Mina. what do you
Damn.
do?
I'm gonna try and drag myself, just copiously bleeding,
Yeah.
away from the rest of the party, so that if Frank wants to kill me, he can't kill the rest of the party also. And while I'm doing that, I would like to cast Magic Missile at him again, if such a
Okay,
thing is
so
possible.
you move yourself maybe towards the benches on one side or the other of the door, kind of
Yeah.
away out of the doorway, and closer to Frank or further away, I guess is my question.
Further away. So I would
Further
like
away,
to be
very
in a
good.
non-strategically viable position.
Yeah, you're
like,
moving
not a
kind
place
of
that, yeah, they're
towards
gonna
the-
want me.
You're coming kind of counterclockwise through the room, sort of towards the northwest corner, and you incant your spell. Go ahead.
Great. Hate you. I hate you. I hate you. 4 and a 2. No ones. Thank God. Okay. Oh, that's nice. 6, 11, 15 points.
Nice.
All
Holy crap.
is it three bolts you get? Yeah,
Yep.
all 3 bolts go flying across the room, kind of spreading out in an arc and then converging again, all on Frank's head, which explodes on the impact.
Oh,
Frank's headless body
headshot.
drops to the ground. He had all of 1 wound left, so that was impressive.
Wow. Overkill attack. Oh my
Down
God.
he goes.
You'll pay for this now.
Bruno, what are you doing?
Is anybody left alive?
There's one combatant still fighting Indigo.
Oh, and my
I bet
tail's
he's
all
feeling-
singed now. You know, I'm going to point at that guy and I'm going to cast Charm Person on him. Hey, stop
Excellent.
fighting,
Go ahead.
Indigo. And look over at me and how injured I am. Ooh, 6.
He does get a saving throw against this. Which he makes!
Son of
He shrugs
damn
off
it.
the magical influence. With a 19 on the die. Yeffy?
Imagine Bruno and Mina real cartoon style, just hair straight up, like black soot all over our faces now. Yeah.
We
Yeah, his
actually,
mustache burned off.
can Bruno and I actually enter, or is there still a wall of
Yeah, no,
vines?
there's nothing there anymore. No, Bruno knocked it down with his magical fire wand.
One successful spell.
Yeah.
I'll come in and I'll yell, "Surrender! Your weird dark overlord is dead!
He is.
Surrender! Very persuasive. You have a persuasion skill. It's right there. Surrender! And
yeah,
bow to
yeah.
to the true heir of Sigmar, you dote."
he does not seem to be listening to you. In fact, he says never all hail Tzeentch, and he swings his sword at Indigo, which Indigo nimbly blocks with Galmaraz. Indigo, you want to take this guy out?
Yeah. She gave you a chance.
Take care of this one.
Yeah, I'm not a monster.
12? Rolled real badly on my first attack.
12 is not. No, 12 is a miss.
Second attack was 15
That is 15's a hit.
for 6 points.
Okay,
Nice.
and you smash this guy down with your hammer. The sickening crunch as you smack into his chest, and he drops to the ground, gasping for breath, and then slowly expiring. The four of you looking over
Ooh.
the carnage within the Vauxhall can vaguely hear the distant voice of the one remaining soldier as he flees the scene down the street. You can vaguely hear him going, "Chit, chit, 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 chit."
Well,
Ooh.
I'm just gonna go sit in one of those ducal chairs or whatever around the table.
Excellent.
Oh, you have fun.
Excellent.
I'm gonna throw up some
Woo!
blood.
Oh,
You know, I really didn't think it was Frank. Because when I
That
heard
was a bit of
Mina
a
saw
shocker.
Frank from the no from right, because that guy's head it came off. That guy could have been him. Frank. It actually all checks out because he was trying to have us spread a lot of chaos-inducing drugs. So
What?
yeah.
I thought he was just a selfish operator, though. You know, like one of us, not some kind of villain who's not like
I don't
us
think
at
we're
all.
selfish operators anymore, Bruno. Hate to break it to you, but I think we're the good guys.
Are you sure?
Well,
Are you like 100% sure?
Yeffy murdered that guy who probably was just confused and then drank his blood. So we're
No,
maybe in
no,
a gray area
no.
still.
In response to Mina's question, Indigo just kind of gestures at Galmaraz.
Like, you're a hero. I think we can all agree that Indigo is a hero. I'm feeling
Yeah.
And that's
kinda-
what everybody else is going to agree about when we tell them about this. But first,
Oh, yeah.
After they
Gotta tell you.
are done fighting each other?
What?
Yes.
we do have that whole
Right.
thing. Yeah.
Let's start going
What's
through
on
all the
the-
stuff here.
All the
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I'm going to rifle through Frank's pockets.
Oh,
You
can you
better
not
have
do
that
that?
title here, son of a
Is this-
bitch.
Is this really him? I mean, is this really him, or is this just another, like, you know,
Oh, it's him.
is it?
No,
Is
it
it?
sure
They
sounded
turn
like
all
him.
gray and mushy when you kill him. When you kill the doppelgangers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
there's
so you
another
can
one
see
of
They
these.
did blow up his face.
the body of
I meant Frank. I meant the Archlumen. Is that really Archlumen? Are we sure that's really the Archlumen and not just Frank? Being Frank?
Golden Illumin?
Oh, they called him he cast a spell. The regular Frank couldn't cast a spell. He lightning bolted us.
Oh my gosh.
And he gave me
All right,
these
well,
horns
okay.
and tail, I imagine.
Well, let's look through his stuff. Let's go to the back room. Indigo, you want to check out that map and see what they were marking off on that map, and I'll go into
Yeah.
the back room and see what I can find there.
Oh.
Probably
I'm gonna
just a
drag
statue to
my-
speech.
Corpse to Bruno. Just drag myself. Yeah, I don't have use of my limbs anymore. But you can look through
that's
his pockets.
probably from when we got lightning bolted by this
Cool.
bastard.
Yeah, it feels kind of bad getting struck by lightning, doesn't it?
I've
It
been
did not
struck by
feel
lightning
great.
every time I did it to myself. Just to be clear, I also hurt myself very badly. Every time. Also, I said I was sorry.
Francis.
I gave you that beard. Beard.
All right, so looking
Yeah.
at the table where they were gathered around, you can see some various papers, including a very large map. And it looks kind of vaguely like this. You can see Castle Reichgard marked off, and then and Grunenberg and Kemperbad in the bottom corner. This in between the River Teufel and the River Reich there, where it splits at Castle Reichgard, is the great, what's called the Great Forest, and you can see excuse me, you can see kind of where in the center there, where there's a little cluster of hills. You can see that they've like stabbed a dagger into the wood of the table right there, kind of marking a spot, kind of halfway between Grunenberg and Kemperbad, and in amongst the forest.
That must be where the Ulrichians are.
You can see amongst the papers on the table are various what appear to be messages that were probably sent back and forth between the forces that have marched towards Castle Reitgard. You can see several of generally just reporting status and just sort of clearly just a chain of command going back and forth between this group and the force. It does appear from those papers that they're often signed Carl.
Who is that then?
Awesome.
I mean, that's got to be.
That's Wassermeyer.
Wassermeyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about in the
Okay.
back room?
Yeah, the back room.
Excellent. You head towards the small room off the back of the Vauxhall, and we'll save what's in there for next week.
What?
Wow.
Yep.
Can't
Tried
believe
to go
spending
at such
20 minutes
pace to
talking about our
finish the
plan
game.
and then splitting up did not make us finish the game in one session.
Yeffy and me
clearly-
trying to convince those guys they were men there to enlist was one of my favorite moments in the game, though. So,
Really funny.
It was worth it. YOLO.
That will wrap us up for tonight. Thank you,
Next session,
everyone,
it's gotta
for
be our
joining us.
last.
I think the next session will certainly be the last one. So thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next week in the finale of 10 Dead Rats. Good night, everybody.